Man, what up, Mark?
I got my friend Umberto down the street.
And Kyle, what's up, brother? We got Chris in here. What's up, Chris? What up, Mark? What's going on? Are you going to give us the NFT update? Oh, what up, Norman? David, joining us.
I want to know who the fuck is the real comic book community? Who? Is it this weirdo?
What up, C-Bizzle?
Station.
Good to see you, man. Thanks for jumping on.
What's up, guys?
What up, Digger Jim?
Like,
What's
yeah.
up, Travis? What up,
Bro?
dude? Mike would be a great guy to tell a story.
What's going on, Blake?
Scotty, are you involved? Hey, what up, Drag? Good to see you, homie. What up, BLC? How you doing, brother?
What's going on, man?
Remy Q, what's up, my guy? Hey, what up, Carrie?
Yes,
She let it-
I Google things.
God,
I think it's
Big
funny,
in the
though,
house.
that-
What's up, dude?
Biggie.
What up, LCS? You know anything about this?
Circumstance, can you hum it for us?
No. dun, 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 dun. What up, man? Spinetix crew in the house.
Oh, you look especially shiny today, Phil.
Trev, the shipping guru. What's up, my dude? What's up, Taki? What's up, man? Rob's Fat Snacks. Are you here to stop FOC? Shout out to Frog Brawler. What's up, Alan? Comic Viking.
You're right, guys.
Cuffy's in the house from my guy Flo.
What's up, baby?
Uh-oh, we got another first-time appearance. Great show tonight. Lady Fantastic in this Christmas. What up, Mad Spidey? Thanks for coming through, my
Finally,
man.
get
How you
on one.
doing?
I'm in for so much stuff.
We got Papa in the house. What's up, man? Thanks for jumping on.
Are you doing okay today?
I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Okay.
It's not a good look. Women don't respect it. Kind of makes me look like a bitch. I like it.
Haters gonna hate.
Butts.
All right, let me fix my mic there. Let's try it again. What up? What up? All right, we're having some microphone problems. I don't know what's going on with this thing, but what up? What up? What up? It is Tuesday once again, and we are back for another FOC and chill. I think I got the microphone problem figured out. What up to everybody that is here? What up to everybody that is already said something in the chat? Let me get the link in the chat. We'll see if anybody wants to jump in tonight, or is this going to be an FOC night. Always fun to figure that out. We got GT Key comic in here early. I appreciate you coming through, my man. Did you and Biggie finally decide on when we're holding our annual old-fashioned cock off? Yeah, check out the recent stream from Biggie, where we were trying to get to the bottom of who angry straight white male is, and of course we were talking about the drama with journos, and we were having some cock offs in the chat. We got my man Drew in the house, Mr. Marvel Rivals. What's up, man?
What's going on, man?
We got
I gotta get you on that game.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I heard you guys got me added. I need to jump on there. We got Darth Lopez, my man, my Discord brother in the house. What up, my man? Las Cruces, one of the big supporters of the comic book community. I appreciate you, Las Cruces, for coming in here early as hell. Entropy and Comics was in here earlier. What up, Kevin? We got TM Nerdy. Travis was in here earlier as well. What up, Travis? Thanks for coming through. My man, Chris, aka Chaos and Comics, spreading his seed across the community, doing the Lord's work.
Ew.
What up, Chris? Thanks for coming through. Trev, the shipping guru. What up, Trev? 2 wins, 2 or mortality. We can get to that. I'm sure Drew would probably want to skip that discussion, but we'll get there.
You can talk.
Yes,
about
I was
NFL
muted.
season all you want. It's over.
I figured it out, though. We got that. I don't know what was going on with my mic, but we got it figured out. Oh, we got Steve and Spock in the house. What's up, my man? Thanks for coming through. And that's everybody so far. Looks like a slow night. We might be getting to the FOC, man. We'll see. But how about them Chiefs? The Chiefs sneak by the Texans. The Texans played us so tough. And everybody complaining about those two roughing the passers calls have every right to complain about those calls. Those were garbage calls. Absolutely garbage calls. I can't even deny it. But I don't think those calls determined the game, although they did help us tremendously. I'll have to admit that. Lamar got fucked hard by Mark Andrews not catching that easy catch.
I'm going to get it out of the way right away, okay? We lost that game by how many points?
What, 2 points?
2 points. The turnover differential was what?
I don't know. What, 2?
No, -4. So we are the better team by far. We did not execute. And that's really all you can say about that.
Yeah, those turnovers were unfortunate, man.
Whatever you can say about that game, there were a few bad calls, but nothing egregious like in the Chiefs game. But what are you going to do? You can't. You got to beat. If you're going to go to the Super Bowl in the AFC, you got to go to Kansas City and beat the Chiefs and the referees on the same day. That's a given. So if you let the referees beat you anywhere else, you're not the team that's going to win it. And that's
I don't think the refs. I don't think it's fair to say the refs beat the Ravens, though. Is that fair to say? You think?
No, I'm saying there were bad calls. There was like 2 late hits on Lamar that just completely didn't get called. He doesn't get the love that Josh Allen and Joe Burrow and Pat Mahomes get behind center. He doesn't get that love.
That's true.
I mean, it's not a myth. The guy doesn't get the same calls that those guys get. And is it because he's so far above them in athletic ability when he runs the balls that the referees don't feel bad for him when he gets hit? Probably. But, hey, there's always next year. There's always next year. I think we're going to have some questions in the defense next year due to off-season issues. If we can keep Todd Monken on the offensive side of the ball, that's going to be an issue as well. But that's the Ravens' perennial playoff appearances, and you lose your good coordinators. So that's just how that goes. So we'll see.
You thought about starting a GoFundMe so you can beat the refs? Mark is in the house.
That's the thing, is you can pay the referees as much as you want, but nobody sucks them off like Andy Reid does. Look how hungry that guy looks. I mean, Jesus.
I was
ripe boys. You know what I mean?
I was listening to the local radio here in Kansas City, and I felt like they made a great point. There's been much said about the NFL being scripted and how they all want the Chiefs to win. But the truth of the matter is the Kansas City is one of the smallest markets in the NFL. The Buffalo Bills are one of the smallest markets in the NFL. If they're going to write a script for a team to win, it's not going to be us. But I will admit that Mahomes has got the Brady treatment. He does get the benefit of the doubt, the Jordan treatment.
Who hangs out on your club level?
Oh, you're going to bring up Taylor Swift?
I'm just saying, who hangs out on your club level? Who's put more eyes on the NFL than any player in history?
Oh, my God.
Her name's Taylor Swift, and she plays for your team, bro.
Either way, you can say what you want about the game.
I just think that if Taylor is going to be allowed to affect the outcome of these games, then she should at least take a ding out of your salary cap.
Hey, Drewby.
What's going on, Retro?
Not much.
Look, you can use my tears to lubricate while you jack off every day.
I am. I've been using the tears of the nation.
It is what it is.
Jerk off all week.
It is what it is. And if the Buffalo Bills are going to come to Kansas City and beat the Chiefs, they're also going to have to beat the referees. And that's a fact. And it's not lost on the general population, nor is it lost on the commentators who talk about it every single Sunday. Like, they're even like talking about it now on TV, on the NFL's broadcast. They're talking about how they're getting preferential treatment from the refs. Like, it's not.
We got two. There was 2 calls, guys. There was 2 calls in the whole game, and they lost by 2 scores. So this idea that we won because of those 2 calls, it helped us. I'm not going to lie about that.
We only allowed to put 2 points on Christmas.
Marcus, am I still allowed up here if I don't know anything about sports?
Yes, of course. Yes,
Okay.
yes, of
Okay.
course.
I
I'm
just
tired.
want to
Look-
make sure, because if we're talking sports here, I just want to make sure I'm still allowed up here because I know not much of sports. But I
Well-
will say, I got something new coming in the mail I wanted to tell you guys about. It's pretty vintage. It's a vintage Boston Lager Samuel Adams vintage painter's cap.
There you go.
Oh,
I finally
very nice.
knuckled down and decided to buy a beer hat because, it may be good for Boston tea time because Boston Lager. So,
Shout out to the homie Darth, a huge Buffalo Bills fan. It has been inevitable, but we will be meeting at the Arrowhead Invitational next week.
I don't
And
think can't you find something nicer to say about Darth Lopez than he's a Buffalo Bills fan?
Like,
He's a good dude. Like
Todd Lopez sounds like a good dude. He sounds like a good dude.
My butt is going to be clenched, but I'm enjoying the win until then. I really want this three-peat because it really changes the conversation with Brady if Mahomes can get that three-peat. So fingers crossed for that.
Later, but you really think so?
Like I say, hello
yeah.
to Bob.
For sure. It doesn't make him the GOAT, but it makes him on the
I don't think he's on in the conversation.
Oh, wait.
That's absurd. Have you looked at the comparison of their careers in the first 7 years of their?
Yeah, but wins are a team stat.
Okay. All right. Now either way, if Mahomes becomes the only quarterback in history to win 3 straight Super Bowls, it changes the conversation and it puts him well on pace for 7, possibly more. And it's a really big deal. And I really hope that he gets it. And I'm pumped for it. We also got my man Daymares in the house. What up, Daymares? Good to see you.
What's up, Daymares? How you doing?
Seth says you sound the way that I feel. I'm assuming he's talking to Drewby there. Drew sounds the way the country feels. Apparently, it's been filling my 2 things have been filling my Instagram. 1, people crying about the Chiefs winning yet again, and 2, Elon Musk doing the Roman salute, as they say. It's been dominating. I can't get it off my dang.
The only thing I'm feeling is a sore back, but I'll be all right.
Well, good luck with that, man. We got my brother Ben Compton in the house,
What's
my
up?
Discord homie.
What's up, Ben?
Let's go
Compton?
Manders. I call them the Manders.
The
Commanders? That's nice.
huge Commanders fan, and they're playing with house money right now. And I will tell you, I won my fantasy football league in one of my fantasy leagues, and the way that I won is I traded my first round pick next year and my first round pick the year after that, and Dak Prescott to put Jaden Daniels on my team, and Jaden Daniels led me to the promised land.
Have you seen the clip of I don't know what it's from, maybe Hard Knocks, where the GM for the Giants is sitting in his office and his teenage kid tells him to take Jaden Daniels. He's like, "You only got one shot at this job, Dad. You want to win, don't you?" That is the best. Like hindsight's 2020. Like should have listened to my kid moment of all time.
I mean, it wasn't hindsight for the kid, was it?
The conversation in this town is going to be very strange.
I think it would have been difficult for the Giants to get Jaden though in that draft. I can't quite remember it.
I mean, they were both shitty teams, so it shouldn't have been too hard for them to reach one.
Sorry, I got caught in traffic. Someone saw me in traffic.
Kyle is in here with jokes tonight. See me in traffic. So yeah, we got the angry straight white male versus Journo drama recently because the Stick My Goose posted the voice messages from Journos that he sent. And so there was that drama. I went live with Big. We talked about it a little bit. I laughed about it more than anything.
About this.
Yeah, it was funny. Journos has gone live multiple times talking about it, both on YouTube and Instagram. So if you want to catch up on that, you can go over there and see that.
Marcus,
go ahead. Yes.
Everyone, say hello to my mascot, Bob.
What's up, Bob?
Bob.
What's up, Bob?
It's freaking Bob. Bob's here tonight, boyos.
Shout out to the homie from across the pond, DVH, Dr. Von Hoot. What up, my man? I appreciate you coming through as always.
Like
Good
your logo, DVH. Well done.
Did Journos say I'm gonna catch a case? See me in traffic?
Yeah, Journos has been, Journos has been Journos.
I mean, look, I love Journo, right?
I do too.
He's a good dude. He's one of the first people I ever interacted with on YouTube. Like, to be honest, we both started our channels around the same time. Like, he obviously went and did things, and I stopped doing things for a long time. So it's like we were on different paths, but like I remember him from back in the day. Always been a chill guy. Never had any issue with him at all. But I think that if he was to throw hands with Sticky Goose would be in a sticky situation.
Yeah, still. Daniel doesn't look like he's very, he's about that life. What up to the homie Mark? How you doing, my man?
Oh, I'm doing good.
Yeah,
what's going on, Mark?
Legion, I've got coffee too by a retro mug. What's your mug look like?
Oh,
ooh, that's a nice
caffeinated
one.
vengeance.
I've got caffeinated. God, what?
Ranting for vengeance, one might say.
I've got caffeinated Hamburger hood.
Nice.
Chiefs. Hell yeah, Kansas City in the building.
Hamburgers.
Dude,
Seth is doing better now that Mark is here.
I could use a hamburger right now.
So what's going on in the community this week? Of course, we got the silly drama. That drama's not that interesting to me, really. We've got Biggie accusing random people of being angry straight white male. Did you see that?
Who's angry straight white male?
So,
is it Pokey and Joe again?
No, don't you start. It's been a troll. He's been a troll in the community for a long time.
Yeah, I'm aware, but like, does anybody have a
oh no, I don't think he's a known entity personally. But Biggie went live accusing DJ Wise of being angry straight white male, which I'm quite sure that's incorrect. The voices aren't the same. The hair's not the same. So none of that actually works. Yeah, but Journos is Journos is the homie, but sometimes he lets stupid people get to him, and you can't be caring what stupid people say.
We need a card with
Steven
Spock.
Steven Spock.
And I need a card with like who's that Pokemon? With
I mentioned it before. If you don't get like a voice clip from Journo at least once in your career, can you even speak on the guy? You know,
are you even part of this community if you haven't gotten an audio book?
Speaking of Pokemon, guess what's coming to McDonald's again?
I'm gonna guess Pokemon.
I was gonna say
Pokemon card packs again, and this time it's all Dragon type Pokemon, according to what I read.
I'll be dragging my ass to Burger King because I play Magic the Gathering.
Nice pun, I like that.
I don't know
play
what
Magic the Gathering. I have friends.
I don't know what Jake Smith Robo Wolf announcement is. Those words don't quite make sense.
Those are a lot of unrelated
Jake
words.
Smith might be a creator. Robo Wolf might be a project. They might have announced something about it.
I'll have to look that up.
I have no idea what Robo Wolf is. No offense.
It sounds kind of cool though.
He doesn't
I've
fight
got a
crime.
Google machine right in front of me.
He bites crime.
What up? What up to the homie Sickotron? Says Journos weirds me out. I've tried to watch, but he seems to just yell at a few people in chat. Journos has got that passion.
I just realized something. What's the dog with the trench coat that says "Take a bite at crime"?
Scruff McGruff, Chicago, Illinois, 60652. Let's go. Let's
that
go.
Just happened?
That
just happened. What up to the homie 90 miles from comics, my Discord brother. Good to see you, my man. With the classic hashtag, hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge. Every single time. What up, my man? It is the unknown comic. I still don't know what that means. Jake Smith is a badass artist. Yep, Steven Spock is in the house.
Robo Wolf content. He had a button pack that was released. He tweeted about 3 years ago. Top.
Can I look up this Robo Wolf? Because now I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. Nobody's stopping you.
Well, where'd you look it up?
Don't you do it, Drew? Stop it. Stop it.
Oh shit! Fuck.
Stop it. Get some help.
I gotta knock it off.
And while they're looking that up, we should go ahead and mention that friends of the channel, we've got Tate Prime, This May Comics, Brandon with This May Comics. We've got Comic Journey. We've got Siren. And another artist I'm not familiar with, but their Kickstarter is live.
It is live.
The Shift Project. I've already backed that bad boy. I wanted to get all the covers and get the
blank
the sketch cover, but I couldn't do both for some reason. So maybe we can fix that so I can do both.
On there to get all 5 covers, or you mean?
No, I got all the. Well, I wanted not just the blank. I wanted them to give me a sketch cover. So there's one of the levels. Yeah, you can get a sketch cover from one of them. So I wanted to get all the covers and get that sketch cover, but it wasn't an option for some reason.
You got 2 email addresses?
Oh, yeah, I guess I could do that. I mean, but that sounds like
I have
of
2
effort.
email addresses. I know that.
Yeah, can't you back it again?
Speaking of looking things up, are we looking up the FOC? Hey, tonight might be the night, 90. We'll see. We'll see if people want to talk about that
anymore.
Hold on. I gotta get more coffee in my donut over there. Tonight feels like a coffee and donut sort of deal.
You must be from the Northeast with the way coffee.
Yeah, I'm from New Hampshire, gay.
Guy, go get you some coffee.
And a donut. But I think it's a chocolate butternut donut. I couldn't tell you because it's not from Dunkin'.
Are you sharing?
Do you want some?
Can you pass it through the camera?
I wish I could.
Well, work on the technology. We'll get on that next time.
Oh, dude, if Spock can do it, so can you. Like
ask again, 90.
The transporter thing that they had. Hold on, let me get the donut.
Well, we talked about this Kickstarter last week a little bit.
It's a really cool.
It's a new project. Brandon from Dismay Comics is the writer, and then you have 4 artists doing their own rendition of the story with their own art. So it's kind of like a variant storybook, and I thought that was an interesting concept. And of course, CJ is the homie, and I've backed every single one of Brandon's Kickstarter. So keeping that streak going, I'm backing this one as well. Looking forward to getting this one in the mail when it goes. They're already at 1,000, which is a great start because they just launched today. So they're
All
already
they
very
need
close.
Really is one person to pay for that back cover advertisement, and then they're in.
And they're good to go. So if anybody's got the money out there, definitely hook it up. But friend of the show, Comic Journey is the homie. You know, we've been known to argue and yell at each other, but it's all love between us, and I'm happy to support his Kickstarter. So if you guys want to see indie comics, you got to support indie comics. So you know, you got a little change in your pocket, definitely get over there, click that link, and support this project from the homies. And Brandon from Dismay Comics is a fun writer. I enjoy his stuff, so it's definitely worthwhile. Thank you to Lisa for putting that link in the chat for me. I very much appreciate that. But yeah, get over there, guys. Check it out. Support that stuff. Really excited to see it. And since we're pumping that one, we might as well talk about the other Kickstarter that is getting ready. I don't know if it's launched yet. Let me see here. But the homie, the man, the myth, the legend behind the Comic Book Community Awards is launching his second issue of The Doctor. And it is not launched yet. But you can get over there and click that notify button and be ready to go when it does launch. And so there's that link as well in the chat, guys. Plug into that one. That's another friend of the show, Brian LCS. So like I said, if you want to see indie comics, you got to support indie comics. And I'm trying to support the homies as well. So get ready for that. So with all that done, what is going on in the community this week, guys? Anything going on? Mark, what's going on with you, man? Great show today.
Boxing up a giveaway from my great show today. E-Man won the weekly giveaway. He got a bunch of books, some original art from Ruby G, White Tiger Cool Comic Collective, fantastic artist.
Boo, it should have been me that won. What up to the homie Kevin?
Tune in
Thanks
again
for
next
coming
week.
through.
There's more to come. But I'm just other than that, I'm just enjoying snow day here in Georgia, man.
I saw your pictures. It's not often you guys get snow, I'm assuming. Is that right?
No, but definitely not. So what it looks like right now, the last time it looked like this was 2001.
Oh, wow.
Like last Friday when it snowed, it was like snow was like making a noise hitting metal objects. You know, it was like some snowflakes in there, but it was mainly like
sleet, wintry mix.
Yeah, and it stuck to the ground a good bit, but you pick it up and it was just ice. This is like that actual fluffy snow. Yeah, powder. That's the word for it. Yeah,
Were the kids and I'm assuming the kids enjoyed it then?
Yeah, the only downside is it kind of started a little bit later. Like last one we just had a couple weeks ago with the sleet. That started at like 7:30 in the morning, so it was perfect. This started at about like 3. So by the time it started getting down pretty good, it's like
dark outside.
Starting to get dark outside, and it's 17 degrees, and the kids want to go out there, and they're too little to go out like
for too
go
long.
Out. Yeah, you know what I mean? And they want to go ride their stuff through the road, and so me and the wife are out there and freezing to death.
That's the worst too, because
how cold is it?
I got to shovel out, and you start shoveling out at 5 p.m. when the sun goes down, and you're just freezing your ass off.
Yeah, it's 22 degrees. It says it feels like 17, which is like that's like cold as shit for us in our area. You know what I mean?
14 degrees here in Kansas City feels like -3.
You can keep it, Marcus.
Cold as
You can
hell
keep
outside. It is so cold. If you can feel it immediately on your,
Let me see what it feels like here.
I'm sure Maryland's pretty cold too.
13 degrees feels like 13 degrees. We're doing it right. You know?
Yeah.
It feels like what it is. It was like 16, I think, today, and I was
checking the weather and having to solve
some door to door for work, and it's like after about 2 hours of being outside, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go inside.
Yeah,
get under some.
I don't like going outside at all. Not fun. But at least it hasn't snowed, because I am so tired of shoveling snow. Did you have to shovel any snow today, Mark?
No, it ain't like that, my man. This is like between an inch or 2 at most. You know what I mean?
You still got to shovel the driveway.
What does that even mean? Why don't I just slide down the driveway and get into the road? Like, I'm just gonna shovel the driveway.
I guess that's not enough snow.
As a Christmas gift, me and my siblings and my brother-in-law all pitched in to buy my dad a snowblower. And
I thought you were gonna say a shovel.
No, we bought him a snowblower, and it was like literally 8 years ago. It's like he used it for the first time the other day.
We call those leaf blowers.
It's like one of the you push.
Yeah, leaf blowers don't really work on the snow.
No,
actually.
yeah,
you got to get a snow blower.
These like they chew it up, spit it out the side. But it's like a low to the ground little wood chipper.
Got it.
Yeah, awesome, awesome tool. But yeah, I mean, 8 years
my only
ago
concern is
finally paying off.
Work tomorrow, so I haven't had to make like plans and figure that out and kind of watch.
George is probably don't know how to drive
here today because it was just so damn cold.
Well, we don't drive in weather like this. There's no road prep. There's no vehicle prep. We don't have the tires for it. We don't whatever it is that people have in their cities at salt roads. We don't even know what those things might be. You know what I mean?
City planners.
You just have people out there throwing Morton out of a bag, just salting the road. What are you talking about?
It's like rock salt, road rock salt.
You just got a bunch of people out there just throwing it.
No, there's just trucks.
Trucks, yeah, that's what we don't have.
They've got those plows on the front, and they have salt dispensers like you're seeding a lawn on the back of them.
What up to the homie Cali Comics? I didn't see you sneak in here. Good to see you, John. Appreciate you.
Well, the last time we had like we've had a couple of ice storms, where it rained and you come outside and everything literally just has ice on it, like trees, cars. We've had a couple of those, but
the worst is when it snows a couple inches and then the ice storm comes through, because that shit never melts. There'll be a spot on the road that is like a chunk of ice because somebody smushed it down as they drove over it too early before the roads was treated, and that will literally be there till March.
No, poll is up, guys. Poll is up, guys. Have you liked the stream? 81% of you damn right you did, and 19% of you are losers. So shout out to the losers. Shout out to the losers in the chat. Poll is up, guys. Vote in the poll and like the stream. What do you say? We got the great. Let me say it right. The great legend in the house. Probably going to perform some maneuvers on Drew later tonight.
We were playing rivals before I hopped on here. So,
who is your main again?
I play a lot of Moon Knight, but I've been playing with Storm too, and
I hate Moon Knight.
I'm almost a Lord on Cloak and Dagger.
Moon Knight is
but
constantly killing.
I'm just
me,
trying
man.
to switch it up now. Like we haven't been playing competitive, and I don't really care about competitive. So I've been doing my best to try to be different characters. Because when I started using Storm, I was like, "What is this? This kid is weird." But now I absolutely love her. She's deadly, and you're buffing everybody, so you're getting assists left and right. It's a fun game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing with you guys, but we got to play some competitive, man. That's where it's at.
Well,
It's
if
serious
you
out
want to
here.
play competitive, I'll play competitive, but I'm really not trying to get myself a coronary playing a stupid video game. My
Shout
favorite
out,
memes are all the you should play Marvel Rivals is my favorite game. I fucking hate it.
shout out to the homie Rod. Hot Rod's Garage is in the house. I appreciate you coming through. Rod, I miss you in the Discord, brother. You
Sorry
come through
for the
sometime
wait.
and say hi to us.
Sorry for the wait. That Marcus had to get some medicine for my back.
Bro, you're good. The show goes on, man. You're on time whenever you get here.
I'm gonna
as long as I wasn't occupying space too much that as a blank,
No,
I try not to do that.
It's all good, bro.
I will tell you
it's all fun
this:
and
I
games.
do have something to present physically, not just words. I got fan mail for the first time in a long time.
Was it written in blood?
Unfortunately,
no.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, how big of a fan were they? You know what I mean?
Well, hold on. Let me look for the part 2 of this. I don't know where I put it, but
I don't know why that tickled me so much, but it was very funny.
let's just say he sent me one of my friends on YouTube sent me a Christmas card. Speaking of my friend being from Canada, Canadian survivalist is here. Hello, one of my friends from Canada. I don't know Canadian survivalists too well, but the other person I'm talking about, D-Rock, he's from Canada. He sent me a card. He says, "Merry Christmas plus Happy New Year retro." And then there's a dash. I don't know if I'm mirrored or not, but it says, "Yep, I'm mirrored." Hold on. I got this.
No, you're not. We see it, right?
Really?
You're mirrored for you. You're not mirrored
It's
for
mirrored for
everybody
you,
else.
not for us.
Well, it's going to bug me either way if I don't. It says, "Get some Boston tea on me." And I don't know why. The money's around here someplace, probably somewhere on another desk.
Well, we've seen money.
But he sent me $30 in cash. He
That's
converted
a lot of fucking tea.
Dang, baller.
Either that or tea
Boston-
prices have gone through the roof.
Hey, the Boston tea I buy at Topek only costs $4. He overlapped it a bit. But in the email, after I told him I'm going to get some Boston tea, he says, "Don't forget to get yourself some actual groceries, buddy. You can't just live off of Boston tea." I said, "Right." I says, "Well, one thing's for sure. I'm going to get me some Boston tea. I'm going to get some ginger beer and some good old fixings."
Very nice, man. Nobody sent me any money, man. That's awesome. You got some
this
real
is the
fans out there.
Because the only other fan mail I've gotten in my YouTube career is God, what was it? It was a Japanese like straight from Japan Garfield stuffed animal. It's a Bill Murray Garfield. Then the other thing I got around Thanksgiving the year after that was Thanksgiving cards from a viewer. No money involved, but this is first Christmas.
I consistently get fan mail from this place called Capital One. I just keep my credit card bill. I'm like, guys, settle down. Settle down.
No money in that one, unfortunately.
No, it's the opposite. The opposite of money.
Marcus, one more thing. I was showing you guys the fact that I got donuts. Now I just realized I have options. We got the butternut chocolate donut. And then we got
butternut chocolate,
raspberry Danish. And then
is it Danish a donut though?
It kind of is, in my
pastry.
opinion.
Is an apple fritter a donut?
It still is, in my opinion. Potato,
Who says patata?
I do.
You say it wrong.
Too bad. So sad.
Doesn't make me sad.
And got a pumpkin muffin because God forbid we're still in that for some reason.
Pumpkins are a year-round crop, my friend.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I thought
sure.
They only grew in the fall.
No, they grow year-round. You shouldn't limit your pumpkin consumption to harvest time.
Okay, well, I thought they only grew in the fall, but all right. Pitter-patter.
We got C.
Hey,
Woodard in the
yo.
house. Good to see you, my man. Thanks for coming
I
through.
love his logo. That
Dare
is
defy.
awesome.
Dare to
That's
defy.
It's a CW network joke from 6 years ago.
Oh, dude, I
Still
love
hidden.
it. I love the colors. It looks retro. Honestly,
It is retro.
looks awesome, dude. See Woodard 19.
Woodard.
You did it, Woodard. You did a good job, my friend. You're done good
He's
on
a
that
fabulous
logo.
individual.
But yeah,
He's
Oh,
been
Russia,
dealing
you
my
cut-
ass with Mantis lately.
You're cutting out a little bit, Retro. I don't know what's going on there.
I don't have the fan on. What's going on with that, buddy? Hold on. What's going on?
Hey, Mad Spidey.
You seems to be better now. We got Hickey Pop Comics in the house sneaking in. Of course, we got Canadian Survivalist. What's up, my man? Will Bohr in the house as well. And my man, Fatty Boom Batty, John Stout is here as well. Thanks for coming through, fellas. I appreciate
Oh,
you.
the Great Legend shows here. I can see that.
Of course, the great legend is here as well. Thank you,
Hello,
my man.
Legend. How you doing?
So, what's going on in the community, guys? Is there any news? I'm excited for Captain America 4. We're getting closer and closer.
I have some sort of news regarding movies. They're thinking about making a Sonic the Hedgehog 4 movie.
They've announced the release date for it as of today.
Yeah, so I saw.
They're definitely making it.
Hey, Cliff's here.
Cliff on Comics is here as
What's
well.
up, buddy?
I was just watching you over with Paul and his amazing friends. Good show over there, my man. Thanks for joining us. How you doing? What's going on with you?
Bob? Is Paul a friend of Bob?
Everybody's a friend of Bob.
What? Oh yeah, everyone's a friend of Bob.
Yo,
What's going on? What's going on with you, Cliff?
Bob's the hero of Toy Story 3.
Any news with you, my man?
What is going on with me? I don't know.
I have both.
I went and saw
good story.
Wolfman today.
Dude, I'm excited for that.
It is probably the most intense, suspenseful movie I've seen in a theater in a very long time.
Nice.
It's very well done.
I'm excited for like the reimagining aspect of it.
It is not a Wolfman movie you've seen before.
Yeah, that's what I don't think you can beat what Joe Johnston did with Benicio del Toro? No,
he did a
Joe
Wolfman.
Johnston and what's that goddamn actor's name with Anthony Hopkins and God, who's that?
I like Wolf with
Jack Nicholson, James Spader.
What a terrible
I like
movie,
the
but it's
classic
very enjoyable.
werewolf
Dude, who did that? The Wolfman. Like it even had Mr.
It was
Smith.
Benicio del Toro.
No, that's the director. I'm having the director and the actor's name mixed up. God dang.
Isn't that Benicio del Toro an actor?
Oh, I'm getting Guillermo del Toro. Yeah, it was Benicio del Toro. That's right. I was getting him and the director confused. Yeah, but that was like the best, like Wolfman, like classic style Wolfman. Like that was so freaking good.
This is a very, very different take. The action is intense. The acting is really good.
I like how it's like
Characters are
isolation
strong.
horror. You know what I mean? Like
It is and it isn't in a lot of ways. There's instances, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody. I think everybody who is interested in a horror or genre should check it out. Even if you wait for streaming, it's a quick watch. I thought it was. I don't know what the runtime was, but I felt like I wasn't in there for very long. And I'm gonna butcher her name because I don't remember it.
Julia Gardner.
Yes, is it Gardner or is it Garner?
Yeah, it's a tough name. I don't blame you.
Gardner.
I just say Gardner.
Yeah, well, I would like to pronounce all the syllables, but I don't know what they are.
Sorry, I can't help
she
myself.
She's from Ozark. Okay,
from Ozark. I find her off-putting in a lot of things. I just think she has this look about her where she seems like she's more of a personality than an actor. But I think she did really, really well in this. And there's a kid in
she
it.
looked amazing in the trailer.
Yeah, there's a kid in it, and normally when there's a kid in a movie like that, you're like, oh, why the fuck?
Yo,
would he even put a kid
she's
in
your
it?
new Silver Surfer, also.
She's not the real silver. She ain't my silver. Hashtag not my silver surfer.
Your Silver Surfer. She's Marcus's Silver Surfer, and she's my Silver Surfer.
She Norin Rad.
Our Silver Surfer.
Norina Rad.
Yeah, Drewby, just
It was in the
'cause
comics. You can't push back against it. She was in a whole issue for 3 panels in all history of comics, so you can't push back.
I don't
Drewby,
care about
I
gender
think I have an
or
idea
race
for
swaps, really.
retroing
They don't
next year.
bother me.
Oh, it looks so dumb.
Drewby, you just gave me the golden idea for retroing next year. Retroing, aka Retro Halloween. I'm gonna do a YouTube short on one of the Wolfman movies if I can find some.
You should do a YouTube short on all the Wolfman movies and see how many you can fit into one short.
Yeah,
I don't know. That'd be
Romulus.
long, right?
Have you heard people hating on Romulus? Because one of
There's
my normie
stupid
friends
people everywhere, Drew.
Yeah, but one of my normie friends who likes the same fucking movies
Man of Steel in the background
did not like Romulus, and the rest of our friend group could not understand why. But I've
been meaning to watch it. They watched it. Who knows?
Now, Legion, would you consider yourself a diehard Superman fan? No pressure. Because my dad, God rest his soul, died from cancer, was a Superman fan. And I'm not a diehard Superman fan. I'm more the, I'm the Batman type of guy.
Yeah, I love me some Superman.
I mean, look, Superman's good. He's got that good superhero character, like that good guy vibe. But Batman, snarky, like he's got that swagger about being rich and all that.
Yeah, dude, I love snarky dudes. I wake up in the morning like looking for snarky dudes to hang out with.
I wake up in the morning.
Well, you come to the right place. I get pretty snarky.
That's a negative, Chris.
Yeah,
I think there's a superhero for everybody kind of thing, and just I don't know, Superman just resonates with me.
DC
resonates.
I like the idea, like especially when we're talking like traditional superheroes from like the big two. Superman's the gold standard. He doesn't have to be your favorite and everything, but I just like that about him. He's not always my favorite character to read. That's a good thing about there being so many. What mood are you in? What do you feel like reading? They all kind of have their shtick and everything. You go through phases and all that, but Superman, I hold in the highest regard.
I also feel Superman as a character has a level of consistency that a lot of other properties don't.
Unless John Ridley's writing him.
Well, there's always exceptions to the
rule.
Hey, what up, Kev?
I'm
just not thought right now from last
sure
week's
that John Ridley betrayed him, because if he had blasted Major Disaster with the heat vision, he knows it wouldn't have killed him. He just knows it would have been devastating. So like, I don't feel like, as someone who feels that they're a diehard Superman fan, I didn't feel like he wildly betrayed the character. But yes, it kind of looked that way.
I went in with my presuppositions already. I went in cautious. I went in scared. I went in thinking about the last time this sack of shit wrote Superman and what he did. And I went in keeping in mind what this real life human excrement did to the Teen Titans.
Wow.
And I went in there looking and hoping there wouldn't be an issue. And I buy this dude's comics. They get my money, so I'm happy
you can
to
call
say
him whatever you want as long as you
how I feel about this dude's work.
It's
You know what I'm
like,
saying?
shut up.
I know a girl like that.
And you know what? The next time he writes a book, I'm gonna buy it too. He's a damn good writer. He is a ridiculously good writer. He's just not the perfect writer for every character. And something about a handful of books that he's worked on has just soured me. But I'll buy his stuff because I care about the characters and I recognize how good of a writer he is. And I like the weight that he's trying to bring to stuff like that. But he just does absolutely outrageous shit with some of these characters.
So I feel kind of the same way about Tom King. I feel like he's a really good writer. And I think that he takes bold swings And I think that he adds stakes to things, whether or not like Batman and Catwoman were ever going to get fucking married. Who cares? But like for the most part, like Tom King tries to make each project he works on mean something. Whether or not it lands for me is about 40%.
And
yes,
you know, you get like
60%
a huge
no.
There's a
But,
huge group of people that just call him a character assassinator because of those swings that he takes.
Do you feel like that is the bolder the swing and the better the writer, the more you give a shit about what they do with that character if it veers from what you know?
Dude, that's super fair. I just think in the case of Superman, it's the craziest thing because I don't know if you've read what the limited work he's done with Superman, but in each time he's picked up the pen to write Superman, he went straight to trying to tell the readers of this character that have known this character their entire life, his most inner thought is to want to murder somebody.
Yeah.
That's contrary to the existence of that character.
Right.
It's not that big of a deal. And I it's like we're on YouTube. I like to talk shit. Like I'm not seriously mad at this guy. I give him his flowers every time I talk about him and just point out he's just not good for this character kind of thing. But
that's my take on a fair amount of artists that will take a property that I enjoy in a different direction. Sometimes it's like, I don't care. And sometimes I'm like, why are you doing this?
Yeah,
what is the motivation? And like, why can't I had a conversation with a friend of mine the other day. She's a normie, and she said something about movies, and I said, I'm really excited for the new Superman. She said, there's a new Superman. Who's playing him? And I was like, David Cornsweet, and it looks amazing, and James Gunn's directing, and I just like,
you unloaded
vomited my love for this project all over this poor person.
Just unloaded on a casual.
But her response was like, "Isn't Henry Cavill Superman? I want my Superman to be a big, attractive guy who beats the shit out of people." And I'm like,
he is a big.
This is the biggest Superman we've had yet.
Right, but at the same time, it's like the factor that you think that Superman beats the shit out of people just means that like media has done you wrong on what Superman stands for. Right. And I feel like this is going to be the Superman movie is going to be a everybody's going to be like, oh, it's a throwback to the Christopher Reeve stuff. I don't think it really will be as much. It'll be a throwback to really what Superman stands for and where he sits in that universe as a paragon of virtue. I think that is what it's going to be. I hope so. I really do hope so. Yeah. But I think that when you've got like Zack Snyder, who made a beautiful universe that is just like every frame looks like a oil painting, but he's got such a horrible misunderstanding about who Superman is from the jump that it's just like none of it will ever make sense to me as a fan. So it's like that is painted Superman for the world in a certain light for like the last decade or so, and it's like, how do we get back? I think that this is going to be good for that. But like,
I want to
again,
I think like give you props for using the phrase "paragon of virtue" in a way that nobody laughed at. So shout out to you, Drew.
Yeah, well, I say a lot.
Well,
of things,
I was too busy.
It sounded good.
Yeah.
I'm too busy trying to open this. I think they Zach-proofed it.
Use a lighter.
Just squeeze it.
No, use a lighter. It's just plastic. Get in there.
It's already been opened. All of the donuts are gone except for one. How can you like? It's not Fort Knox.
Snapped it together. That's my issue. They Zach-proofed it.
I really enjoyed Tom King as a writer, but like Tynan, I prefer him doing his own thing rather than trying to fit into DC or Marvel.
Did you dive into any of the Wonder Woman stuff?
No, I'm going to read the trade because people like you have been raving about it,
and see, I feel like I'm a bad person because like I rave about DC all the time, but in that case, it ain't just me.
It's not just you. Yeah, if it was just you, I'd have been like, yeah, maybe, but it's
whatever.
Been way
Mark rambling again.
Yeah, Mark's being a DC shill that he is, but you're by far not the only person raving about that run. So it's definitely on my to-do list. I missed out on. I actually do have the number one. I forgot that I do, but
I got that book too, Cliff. It's right here in this package that is boxed up.
Sorry,
wait a second. Cliff, let me see that again, Cliff.
Mine's already boxed up. That's what I gave away today. The Frank Cho variant.
Ooh, what's up, Frank Cho? Doing Frank Cho things. I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I like
it's
it a
all
lot.
boobies. Those are
Faked up.
Frank Show things.
Nice.
Stickotron is bringing up Helverine, which I missed out on Helverine. But I'm gonna go down on Friday. I'm probably gonna drive down south to the
Ads
shop and
does Batman
see
have on that cover? It looks like too many.
if I
ads.
can't find it.
Man,
That's
I'm
nice.
not,
All right, well, I'm straight. I'm down to fuck that guy.
If you want to see too many abs on a real human being, you need to go watch Craven, okay? And then remember,
I've been trying to watch Craven. It's not playing anywhere around here, and I can't download
let me
it
tell you, I can't. I bet it's going to do great on streaming, and I know I'm going to watch it over and over.
It's not on any included streaming services, but it's you can rent it at home now.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Over.
What just went on Paramount? Oh yeah, Gladiator 2's on
Gladiator
Paramount.
2.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'm waiting on my 4K copy to watch that.
Have you saw it in the theater?
I did not.
The
Oh,
NFL
I'm
season's
I'm a
over, so I
physical
can
media
cancel my
guy, so I'm
Paramount
going to
Plus.
wait and watch it in the proper best I can do outside of a theater setup.
Yeah, I mean, I hear Tom King's Wonder Woman is great, but I much prefer him on the indie stuff. Like, what was the one with the great artist Helen of Windhorn? That
Yeah,
was really
Bill
cool.
Quest Everly, the same.
Yeah,
That's the same team that did the Supergirl book.
Yeah, I always say her name wrong.
I enjoyed that Supergirl book a lot.
Yeah,
I did not expect to enjoy it as much as I did, but I really did enjoy that.
That was damn
I
good.
liked. You see, I hated what he did to the character of Batman and what he did to the character of many of the players in Gotham City. But
Talking about when he was on Batman proper.
Yes,
Volume 3.
Tom King's Batman run. Batman himself throughout that run is like he wouldn't do that. None of the characters really behaved the way that I thought that they should have in that run. But I can't deny the fact that there were beautiful
Like
issues
Inception.
that were very well written throughout that run.
What's up, Kevin? What's up, Randall Reeves? How you doing, brother? Speak to us.
trying to get a word in edgewise, but you know how that goes.
Well, Legion
you
is
gotta
true
speak
here,
up.
so you got to fight your way in, brother.
I
How
agree
you doing,
with you on
man?
that. I think any creator working on their own indie project is always better than when they're writing for one of the big companies. I can't think of any that wrote, other than like some of the Vertigo stuff, but then that was creator owned, or partly anyway.
I think some writers can do it, like Tom Taylor. I think he's good at staying within a universe.
But I think Tom Taylor creates so many of his own universes within those universes. Like everything Tom Taylor does, for the most part, that is lauded, is his own like splinter universe. You know, it's like he did Dark Ages, he did Injustice, he did was he doing Winters or whatever.
I got to move my monitor, my camera one, but my
There you
camera.
go, Sicko.
Dark Knights of Steel.
Dark Knights of Steel is great.
Yep.
I really loved his run on Teen Titans, which was in universe. I liked his Nightwing.
I
stuff,
don't think
which
Mark
was in
agrees with you on that.
What? Tom
Did you like
Taylor's
Titans? I don't think you
Tom
like
Taylor's
Titans.
Titans was dog shit. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
I liked it, and you know why I liked it as a Marvel.
Because you have bad taste.
I've got great taste.
No, Drew. No, I'm sorry. You have to explain to me how you liked it. You have to explain it to me.
It introduced a whole lot of new characters.
What
It was a
new characters?
self-contained-
Explain.
Yeah, name one.
They never ended up doing anything, but that's what I'm sorry, not as Teen Titans, as Suicide Squad. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's a whole different story.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I misspoke.
Jesus, man.
I
I'm
misspoke.
thinking, what is
We're
wrong?
ready to drag you through the trolls.
I'm wearing my spirit animal skirt,
I
guys.
misspoke, but his Suicide Squad run with Bruno Redondo was like the first thing they did together at DC.
CJ would be
and
proud.
I love that. I love the fact that they just threw a bunch of
Brilliant
new
man
characters
too.
in,
That's why
gave
you'd
them
be
all
proud.
pathos and something to do, and then axed them off one by fucking
The
one.
Suicide
which was
Squad is
Suicide
normally
to
always
me.
enjoyable. Whoever picks it up, it just works somehow.
There are a lot of really bad Suicide Squad runs, in my opinion, just because I
They're-
just
they're
couldn't
just
get.
fun.
But that's just me, you know.
I'm
There's something
prone.
for
I
everybody.
really like those like hodgepodge team books in general. Whenever you throw a bunch of characters that shouldn't work together well or make sense together well, that's even what kept me on the Chris Cantwell Iron Man run for too long. Like when they pull like the Scarlet Spider and Leapfrog, and I'm like, why are these
Was that
characters
the
in an Iron Man book?
Didn't Cantwell do the Arno Stark? It was
Where
like
it went to space and
tried to make
shit.
Arno a thing again, and they went.
I don't know. I dropped it at issue 16 because they dropped the team and it was going nowhere. But right when I was ready to drop it, they threw that goofy, stupid team in there with Hellcat and everything.
Yep.
I'm like, let's do this. Now we're talking. And then they didn't do anything. I'm like, oh shit.
Iron Man seems to be like a character that
Did I hear cat?
is wishy-washy for me as far as long-term
A
run.
team that shouldn't work and goes nowhere. X-Men books, exactly.
Or just 50 X-Men books. Chris says that he liked Tom Taylor's Dark Ages.
The thing
I
about
enjoyed
Dark
it as
Ages
well.
is Dark Ages was good. It doesn't get the love because it didn't have a longer run, and it didn't have
Yeah,
a
it was
longer
really
run
short
because
because
he signed the DC exclusive.
He
contract.
signed that exclusive right out. Yeah.
Marcus, I promised Old Wolf I'd do this every time I'm on one of his friends' panels. You know. Thing I promised him.
And there you go. Put your sword up.
Okay.
Is that the
Let's look at
Thundercat sword?
Kevin's ear instead.
It looks like it's
No,
from the
my
New
friend,
Adventures of
other
He-Man.
franchise. You'll hear it in a minute.
That's from He-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the New Adventures of He-Man. That came with the shield.
Is it that short? Is this sword that short? That's a little.
But the kids that they
Motion of
sold
the
it
Ocean.
to
Afford the
were
original sword. I like power. I like that it has sound. That way I don't have to work my vocal cords. And yes, I'm wearing my spirit animal shirt. I'm wearing my spirit animal, my Patronus.
Comic Journey would be proud.
Kool-Aid.
And I'm wearing my
Windbreaker.
yes, sir.
That's looking very 80s.
Is it a members only?
Looks like it comes with a dime of cocaine in the left pocket.
Didn't Marty McFly wear one?
Not the full dub, just the dime.
I don't have a left pocket in this. It's just a sleeve.
Oh man, that's why you lost your cocaine.
Wah, wah, wah.
My sword just made noise. I didn't press on.
I love Tom Taylor's run on All New Wolverine. I thought that was spectacular. Very much enjoyed that. The art was just so pedestrian and it's like Marvel House style and just nothing to write home about. But I love that run.
Did you like his Nightwing run?
I did. Very much
I
so.
enjoyed it as well.
And there were just some really cool gimmick issues in the run too, where he just kind of like Redondo like go off. Like that first person issue is just like insane.
Or the one issue I forgot what it's called.
Just like one running panel
action.
through the whole thing. Yeah.
That action one where you show him doing. I forget what they call it, the style, but I thought that was cool. Mark, did you like the Nightwing run? Did you read it?
No, I dropped it as well.
Yeah, I thought
like
that
how
you dropped it.
exactly what Drew said about Tom King. I feel that same way about Tom Taylor. When you get him on a in-universe run, it just drags its feet. The only one that I saw to the very end was Superman, Son of Kal-El. I like me some John Kent. I like John Kent a lot, and I like aged up John Kent. I'm an anomaly, and I wanted to see where that went as well. And I rode that all the way out to the end, and it wasn't terrible, but it drug ass in the middle. It had its moments, but it did a lot of ass dragging. And Nightwing did the same thing, and Titans was doing the same thing, and then you picked up.
I didn't.
Dark Knights.
I enjoyed Nightwing. Nightwing had a lot of love. My favorite points of Nightwing was when. Oh man, why's my son? When they showed the love of the Bat family and the love of the Titans. Like there's that one episode where what's his name? I'm blanking on his name. The big dude, Blockbuster. Yeah, Blockbuster was gonna have an assassin kill him, and the Titans just show up ready to rock and roll and to save him. I just love I really enjoyed the love and how they had each other's back. How he wove that into the book, and the same thing with the Bat family, and of course I love Batgirl. I do love those redheads.
Who doesn't?
So I enjoyed the run myself. Why am I?
A lot of people did. Like it was winning awards left and right. It's clearly a good run. It's a me thing. I just not my vibe.
What are we talking about?
Tom Taylor ongoing titles in universe.
Yeah.
Right, but not Titans.
No, he was talking about Nightwing that he enjoyed.
Yeah, no, Nightwing won awards. It's great. Yeah. Just not.
But I was talking about when the Titans came through.
You're not going to hear me praise Titans over here. I was so excited for that. Oh, man, I was pissed. Yeah, I'm still cautious reading Detective Comics. Taylor got moved over to Detective Comics, and we're like 3 or 4 issues in. It's fucking awesome.
I feel like I didn't read Tom Taylor's Titans, but the reaction when I said Titans instead of Suicide Squad was very strong.
I was just
Cliff's face.
I was
Drew, like you don't understand. It was defend yourself. It was on guard. Like that was what happened.
I would recommend, Drew, if you want to just pick up a trade or something like that for Titans Beast World. That they did the little in the series, they had their own little event in there that crossed over with a couple of titles. But at that point, you're reading like it might as well be a Tom Taylor planned out miniseries, you know.
Yeah.
And dude, it slapped. It was so fun.
I was just looking at a Nightwing jacket because I seen these at Hot Topic and holy crap, expensive.
For a Nightwing jacket,
Dude,
You gotta
they
get
sell
Nightwing
these
pants
things.
with like padded butt implants, so it makes you look like you have Dick Grayson.
No, it's just the jacket.
Brick up retro.
It's like if they sold those, I'd buy them. I mean, fuck,
It's just the jackets, no pants involved.
strutting that
But
dump
yeah.
truck around town.
Yeah, you're looking at around $100 or so. But if you get the Nightwing jacket that has the Batman symbol, it's like $56.
I'm just happy that they're letting Nightwing be Nightwing. Like there was this,
Oh, of course.
the Dan Didio era of like, I don't like the fact that his name is Dick. Like,
let's change his name to Rick.
Get over it, stupid.
Yeah, right.
The
Dude,
fact
Dick,
that like
shoot him in
New
the head.
52
That'll make
gave
it
him
make
like
sense.
really nothing to do, and that
Dude,
whole I don't know.
think-
I think that they didn't do anything to help Tim Drake either, because like Tim Drake was Robin, and then he was Red Robin, and then they're like, well, now he exists in a world where he shouldn't be able to exist because of the timeline, so we're going to put him on the Titans and give him feathers. And then they're like, well, now we're going to do Rebirth, so we're just going to call him Red Robin. Well, what about the costume? Just put him in the regular Robin costume.
wasn't
with the 2
there
R's on that motherfucker.
Wasn't there a Robin
because-
that turned into the Red Hood? Wasn't
Yes,
there a Robin?
Yeah.
No,
that was
He was Red Robin for a while.
Jason Todd.
that was Jason Todd, who
Right.
people love, and I can't understand why. Outside
They
of
haven't
that
done
Red
anything
Hood
good
story.
with him in the past 5 years.
I have a
do you
simple
guys think of
Red
McGinnis?
Hood rule. If the Red Hood has a mouth on his hood, that comic is trash. Right? Have you seen that where they're like, oh, we're gonna put a mouth on his hood? Like, how does it even fucking work? That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Just so
So I
he
got
can
They
emote.
question.
should keep the domino mask on him or keep the actual hard
One or
case
the
on him.
other. It's not hard to figure out what that character is. Then again, three
But they wanted to
Jokers.
put an actual hood on him for some reason, just like a hoodie hood with a stupid mask, and it just
That's
You know what I could go
watched-
for? I could go for the hoodie with the domino mask. I could go
How
for that.
about that? That sounds good too.
Yeah.
I
Because
like
if you look
If
too
I
much
ever
like
get
a
striped,
hoodie.
that's what I'm going for.
I like the Red Hood original when he's just a helmet looking guy, biker helmet
Yeah.
looking guy. Because
and the
I
crooked
watched
knife.
the anime when they talked about how, like the anime, not anime, but anime.
Yeah, Batman Under the Red Hood was the name of it. It was amazing.
Oh,
And they
dude,
used
for
pretty much
real.
the same story for that death of the death in the family.
So a lot of people don't know this, but unless you bought Batman Death in the Family,
It was like
on
a choose your own
physical-
adventure.
Yeah,
right?
unless you bought it on physical media, if you chose to watch it on streaming or rent it, they chose a path and you just watch like a short film.
Yeah.
But if you get the actual physical media, there are, I wouldn't say
Like
countless, but there's
DVD or
probably about
VHS.
10, yeah, like on Blu-ray or 4K. But if like you just so many different options and so much new material on that and everything that I didn't even realize how it played on streaming till
It's a
somebody
very
brought that up.
That's a very inventive but also strangely under
I
marketed
like-
idea.
And boy,
The-
it makes no sense depending on where it's streamed from, because there's kid shows like there's this Jurassic Park kid show that here he comes playing with the Jurassic Park toy, ironically enough, that
I have Owen in it.
you have Owen in it.
Cretaceous,
that-
is that the one?
Yeah, like we watched this Jurassic Park cartoon where like you're running around with these group of kids and stuff, and when something happens, you get to pick up the remote on Netflix.
That's
an
cool.
An interactive Netflix thing, so you can answer questions or choose which way to run for your life, and they're actually trying to solve a mystery.
Mostly like choose like what you want to do. Like 2 people will say something, or you have 2 ideas in your head, and you get to pick which idea sounds better to you.
That
Boom.
sounds amazing.
And that's on Netflix. So why wouldn't they do that with the Batman movie when they upload it?
I agree.
And Chris,
Why wouldn't
real
they?
Chris, real quick, Chaos and Comics, tell me you don't watch my show without telling me you don't watch my show. This is how
He's
you
here
do it
all the
right
time
here.
complaining.
And
about
I got
storytelling.
something to tell you guys.
No,
When
Chris
I was
is not here all the
oh,
time.
Oh wait, but like when I was growing up, like in the early 2000s, yes, I'm that young. Don't have to remind me. One of the very first like go-to Batman movies I grew up watching was The Return of the Joker, Batman Beyond.
Batman Beyond, yeah.
Dude, the Crimson, like the story of the death of the Joker just hit me.
Yeah, they recalled those DVDs because of the violence in it.
I don't care. I have or used to have the VHS, but then one of my friends wanted it for his birthday because, he's like, dude, I love that movie. I said, okay. My VHS is broken at the moment, and that was the old VHS player. And yeah, I got a new one, and I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have given that to him. But at the same time, I made him happy. You know? It was such a good movie. And then the other VHS I owned was Mask of the Phantasm, which came with the comic
That's
book.
the greatest Batman movie that's been made.
Which I kept the comic that came with it, but the VHS I somehow.
Is that Superman doing the
Somebody
Hitler
just sent this
salute?
to me. It says Superman under fire after hundreds of images surface.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I saw that.
We are not doing that tonight, folks.
That's
We're
just
skipping that shit.
funny. Somebody just texted me that. That's
I saw someone sent me one that said tonight however many planets are in line for the first time in 40 years. CNN reported planets doing Hitler salute. The internet's been hilarious the last 24 hours.
Oh, dude,
man.
my friend, he has a name on YouTube, General Sword. He's got a Discord, and let me tell you, that brother going to hell. He even said it himself. He's got a one-way ticket because some of the stuff he posts.
That's every Discord.
So
that's why you
Chris,
keep it on the Discord.
Don't blame your laziness on me, brother. That's you.
All right, but either
Go to the
way,
gym.
Marcus, I do have to get going because it's getting late, and I just heard them go to bed. So,
all right. Well, I appreciate you coming through.
Retro.
Anything before you get out of here? Anything you want to promote coming up on your channel, man?
Give me a moment. I have to think. I know there was something. Well, for one thing, we got the unboxing of the new hat coming in, and then closer to the 28th, maybe sooner because it just reached Jersey, New Jersey, obviously.
Not old Jersey?
Or just plain Jersey?
I was waiting for one of these to say
the OJ original Jersey.
Okay, anyway, New Jersey just hit New Jersey. I purchased yet another Splinter Cell game. It's the newest one. I know I'm retro, but it's the newest Splinter Cell game. It's probably the only one that's on disc that's actually going to run on my PC. But it's called Splinter Cell. Well, Tom Clancy Splinter Cell Conviction. I've never played it. Again, I don't. Before I started dabbling in Splinter Cell, I had never played any of the games except for Double Agent. And one of my viewers has gotten me into the concept of dabbling into these games.
Are they good?
Okay, so here's my judgment, okay? For the ones I was able to play. Double Agent sucks hardcore. Chaos Theory, I like it. It's got concept. It's got graphical quality. Was perfect on live stream. It was nice. What I didn't like about Chaos Theory was there's a part in the game where you meet this old man, and if you kill him, there's a certain puzzle you needed him for that you have to somehow, in a miracle standpoint, have to complete yourself. So I was like, no. So I will probably be restarting that mission at some point, not anytime soon.
Why don't you just watch a YouTube video on how to solve the puzzle?
Well, that would require me restarting the whole mission because I didn't have a proper
anybody else on YouTube playing Splinter Cell Conviction.
But I like the concept of Conviction because I've heard stories. It's about Sam Fisher, the actual character, the protagonist, being framed, like Max Payne style framed.
So when it's framed in slow motion?
Jumping sideways.
Like convicted.
Bullet time.
Well, I guess
it was a bullet time setup. I should have seen it coming.
I seen a clip from the game, but there is a slow mo. But I'm not going to give details. Come on now. But all I'm gonna say is he's framed, like criminally framed, in a situation in federal, obviously federal framing, because it's Splinter Cell. Come on. So that's one thing. The other thing that's coming up is in March. In March.
Kevin taking over here. We got a Kings game. Holy shnikes, that's loud.
Yeah, we got Kevin working up in here.
All right, we'll let Retro finish his thing. No, go ahead, Retro. My bad.
No worries. A little hockey here and there. Not a big deal.
I think it's basketball.
Oh.
Is there a difference?
Yes.
Sorry, I thought
Okay.
it was.
I think it's racial, but there's a difference.
My bad. Anywho, coming up in March, we will be doing for the whole month of March Boston Tea Month. There will be a marathon of Boston Tea Time. That means open panel for those that are, mature enough to be on the panel and be respectful. And I am and I gonna let some people up. And if you would like to be on that panel, join me for any Boston Tea Time that happens during the month of March. And there's a big finale mid-month on St. Patrick's Day.
Boston Tea stream?
Boston Tea Time stream.
So we're just like throwing a bunch of tea into the harbor? What?
No, we're just drinking it, I think.
I drink Boston tea. The stuff I told you. Do I have to reference the title?
I thought we stopped drinking that in 1773.
Well, here's the thing. I'll explain real quick.
Tea doesn't expire.
I didn't want to make this any longer than what it had to be, but okay. Boston tea. That's the thing I buy from Market Basket, and the reason why I call it Boston tea is because Market Basket is mainly a New England chain, and the brand of the tea I buy with the tea and lemonade is the Market Basket brand, hence calling it Boston tea. And
Gotcha.
My viewers have taken a liking to the nickname, so it's kind of become a popularity. So
makes sense.
Are you making Boston t-shirts?
I wish I could, but I would if I could. I just don't have the money.
Mark.
This is too simple.
So bad.
It's the simplicity.
But note this: when that Boston Lager hat comes, I'll be wearing that in Boston Tea Month. The last thing I have coming up, nothing really specifics. We will be hopefully in February. We'll be doing a lot of Lara Croft Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider gameplay. Obviously, it's
supposed to be a new show of that being worked on.
Oh yeah, I heard about it. But we're gonna be playing the 2015 game a lot more in February because I don't know if some of you guys heard about this or even kept up. But Lara Croft's birthday is on Valentine's Day. Therefore, also, the new 3 remasters of the...
That's awesome. I only have to get her one gift.
The 3 remasters of the 3 next games in line, 4, 5, and 6, like Angel of Darkness and all that, those remasters are coming out on Valentine's Day, hence Lara Croft Tomb Raider. My friend, he was the Cosmos Lab, but now he's the Raider of the Cosmos. He's playing the new remasters. I'm not promoting for him, but just so you know. But me, I'll be playing Rise of the Tomb Raider for that reason. And with that, those are my updates. Stay happy.
Very cool.
Stay healthy. Live long and prosper. And don't forget to please be kind and rewind.
Have a good night, homie.
Good. Thanks for coming through. Link is in the chat. Check out the homie Retro, man. I appreciate you coming through, my dog. All right,
buddy.
Kevin, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
Sicko said in his defense, it does say LA Kings. I thought it was saying Sacramento Kings, but no, it does say LA, so that's my bad.
I'm working. Just want to hang out with you guys.
Hell yeah.
Living the life up in the booth. Looks very cool out there, man. What's going on?
Hanging out in the spotlight. What it's like to be at my little vantage point.
In the crow's nest.
Who's playing? I have no idea.
Lakers. And who the hell?
Can't see him from
Wait.
there.
The Lakers.
Not even certain. Lakers.
Lakers
go
and
Lakers!
somebody. Got it. Lakers and somebody. There it is. T's our gimmick.
Seattle Supersonics, are they still a team?
I'm with Seth, man. Tea is nasty, and it shouldn't
Tea
be
is
drank.
great as long as it's loaded with sugar and some sort of fruit.
Oh, it says Arizona on it.
The only reason that's good is because it's still 99 cents.
99
You feel like
cents, yes, sir.
you're buying a beverage in the 80s.
I don't drink that either. I don't drink tea. Nothing against it. Just don't like it.
Sycotron with the info. It is the Wizards.
I like a
Thank you.
strawberry sweet tea. Man, what a wonderful treat.
Cliff, do you read Absolute Wonder Woman 4 yet?
Not yet.
Oh my god!
I just picked it up.
Did something happen to excuse the terrible art?
Yeah,
You know, the art grows on. The art grew on.
Oh,
me.
like
I
a
talked
fungus.
about that. I talked about that today, man. Like it's just there's moments where like the art it's very passable. You just like read right past it, where it's not like jumping out at you in any traditional fashion. But then there's certain moments that stand out and really catch your attention. And you're like, damn, that worked in that scene. And it's really the emotional beat scenes over anything.
Yeah.
But in issue 4, you get an art scene for the action that takes place. And you're like, oh shit. It's almost like indie. You expect to see this kind of art in an indie comic.
Yeah, which means it doesn't seem like it's up to snuff.
I 1000% agree.
And I feel like I liken Absolute Wonder Woman's art, like the first issue, which was all action for the most part, was beautiful and it worked very well with the story. The second issue, which was very conversation heavy, looked terrible and everybody's face looked like it was made out of Play-Doh. And I feel like the art in Absolute Wonder Woman is the only thing keeping me from enjoying it. I'm a fan of the writer, who's like Kelly Thompson.
Kelly Thompson.
Yeah,
Hayden Sherman is the artist. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, whoever they are, they're like their art is like a Brazilian woman. It's either a 10 or a 2. There's nothing. Like, it's like there's nothing in between. It's like, ew, how does this look so good? It looks so good in the last panel where there's like a bunch of demons flying after a flaming like corpse of a Pegasus, and then the next panel is like 2 people looking at each other, and it's like
that's not any Pegasus. That is
that?
The Pegasus.
No, whatever. I'm not reading it anymore.
The original, the namesake.
They did it. They did enough in the art in 2 issues for me to go, this is not for me.
So since we're talking about Absolute, I have not read Absolute Superman yet, so I've got it. I can't have an opinion on that yet. I'm still working on getting. But as far as my favorite, understanding I haven't read that one. Absolute Wonder Woman is my favorite. I don't really like Absolute.
Superman is my favorite.
The Superman's my favorite by far.
Yeah, Superman moved my number 1 slot after issue 3. It's been solid number 2 right behind Wonder Woman. Art doesn't really take me out that much. Like the stories are
me neither.
Been what really pulls me in, keeps me in.
Too.
And I mean the art has to be like exceptionally bad. I mean, not anything that you really, it'd have to be like anime, which I can't stand. That's a taste thing.
I felt like these faces were exceptionally bad. Like I felt like the conversational panels where you're just supposed to be seeing 2 characters read the emotion on their faces, and it was impossible to read the emotion on the
what up,
Play-Doh
CJ,
faces.
by the way.
But like I feel like who's the guy who drew Preacher?
Wasn't Garth
Dylan?
Oh gosh, Simon, something.
He's also another guy that everybody's like, oh, you should read this book, Preacher. It's the ugliest fucking book I've ever seen in my life. I can't get into it because the art is just so unbelievably.
Steve Dillon.
Steve Dillon.
The late Steve Dillon.
I like Steve Dillon. So,
But he
I
does
didn't mind
have
it at all.
simplistic faces though.
I didn't mind it at all. Yeah,
they're supposed to be simplistic faces, and they would be if he didn't add all those extra lines. It just makes it look like he's got some sort of Parkinson's. It's just awful.
I don't recall Steve Dillon going crazy with the lines.
It's just
he definitely did, but I think it looks good.
It doesn't do anything.
Later, Kevin.
Me.
Well, it's like as some things I can look at the art and then like it doesn't matter to me. Like a lot of I would say like New 52 back end titles where it's like I can just get into the story and ignore the fact that nobody DC house art style guys are drawing.
That looks very
putting it
simplistic
together.
to me.
Yeah, but that's the thing is there's too many lines on his face for it to be that simplistic. He's just like, oh, I'm going to add detail, and it doesn't. It just muddies it, makes it look like it's not a fucking.
No, he looks like Sylvester Stallone with an eye patch right there, dude.
Yeah.
A poorly drawn Sylvester Stallone with an eye patch.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's bad.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
I think it doesn't look good enough for that gentleman to be paid for that work. But that's just me, and that's
wow.
Sometimes.
You think we're talking about John Romita Jr.? Jesus,
JR is a much better artist than Steve Dillon. JR quality comics.
No.
Everybody can hate on me all day. JR
Can I just hear you say you love Teen Titans by Tom Taylor? I mean, I don't know what just happened.
Perry watched Interstellar.
Perry watched Interstellar like 7 years ago, like the rest of us. Quit it, Perry. Quit it, Perry.
Great movie. If you haven't seen it,
I love the part in Interstellar where he screams for his child. I also love the part in Lost where Michael screams for Walt. I love the part in The Walking Dead where Rick screams for Carl. I think that's my favorite part
way.
I
felt that way about Werther. I felt the way Brother John talks about the artist growing, and I felt that way about Werther de la Dera in Something Is Killing the Children. I didn't immediately like it, but now I love it, and I wouldn't want anybody else to do it.
I just can't get on board with the panel layouts and a lot of that with Something.
I agree.
The art is fine. It's just some creative panel layouts that aren't really intuitive.
They trick me all the time where I don't follow, I don't read correctly because I can't tell what I'm supposed to do. Am I supposed to go to the next page? Am I staying on the same page? I get that. They get me a lot.
They fail in production. That's what.
I feel like that. I feel like I just killed the old man in Splinter Cell, and now I have Something Is Killing the Children puzzle to figure out.
But Mark, you said Absolute Superman was your favorite.
Yeah.
Drew, what was yours?
Superman by far. I think that Batman is fun, but everything that's fun about it also makes it nonsense.
I kind of don't like it.
Like it's like everything that I'm like, oh, that's cool. It takes a minute for me to go like, oh, that's fun.
Well, there's also
and everything that I'm like, oh, that's fucking stupid.
They
failed
like, well,
it's actually pretty cool.
They fail you with the production and a lot in the Absolute Batman things that are supposed to be like big major moments, like the giant Constructicon that he's driving, calling a Batmobile. It does this whole transformation sequence, but they do it in the smallest little panels, dead shit in the middle of the page where you don't know what the fuck happens. And that should have been like a moment where you're like watching it like, oh snap. But it's not even a moment. It's
what's
just
the name of the artist?
That's Nick Dragoto.
Perry's trolling.
Here's the thing that I think about his art as compared to the Absolute Wonder Woman art. When you look at the characters, though, and they're having conversation panels, there's no mistaking what those characters are thinking and what they're feeling.
What's Black Mask thinking?
Well, you're not going to see that. It's Black Mask. He's thinking I got a skull for a face. But like the people look like people. Right? I think that there's a lot that I could say about their choice of like panel layouts for describing these bigger action sequences and these things that are supposed to happen. I completely agree with you there. I just think that art-wise, it's a better looking book than a lot of books that are out on the shelf, but it is also highly stylized. Like I feel like if you, it looks like a Boom Studios book from 10 years ago.
That's accurate. But then you have Rafael Sandoval just doing the Lord's work in Superman, like on the next level.
So beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
And Jason Aaron's like, yeah, I'm going to turn some things on their head, but not too far. Everybody stay with me.
You know, Superman, that simple farm boy who grew up in the farm fields of Krypton. Like, what?
Yeah.
That's so badass.
But it's like, yeah, he's still a fucking farm boy. Like, it's like,
but from Krypton. Yeah, that's amazing.
It's like, oh, we're changing it, but yeah, not really.
But are we though?
Cliff, what is your opinion? Absolutes, what's your favorite?
Superman is my favorite, and I like that twist farm boy from Krypton.
Everybody's going with Superman.
It's very Superman actually got to spend some time with his birth parents, and that's an interesting twist.
Yeah. Potentially a lifetime. We'll see.
Right.
Yeah. So
Kevin, go ahead, Cliff. Sorry. Kevin, what was your favorite?
Superman. Yeah.
Superman. So everybody's saying Superman. So I really should get around to reading that. Dang it. I'm catching up on Scarlet Witch currently, but I'll put that next on my list.
Laura's a freaking beast, dude. When her and Crypto go to work in issue 4, that was badass.
Yeah, give me Crypto all day.
That whole like
do
page
like the
splash, guys, like this artist and writer know how to do page splashes and momentum and whoa moments. And when you turn the page and you get the full shot of her in the suit with Saul with the dust cape and the gun, and Crypto's just blurring by, taking out guards. You're like,
give
what
me
the
like an issue 6 where there's a horrific end of Crypto and it breaks my heart, and then give me like an issue 13 where Crypto just shows up on Earth and he's part of the fucking story again. Like, do that, break my heart and bring me back. That's all I want, is just like, give me dead dog moment and then give me no, dog was fine all along. It's like if it's like if the Fry's dog episode of fucking Futurama had a happy ending. Like,
the delivery place and stayed out front.
Yeah.
And Fry comes to the determination. Yeah, he probably wouldn't remember me anyways. We'll just leave him dead. And then you see the end where he just waited on him forever. That was terrible.
Yeah, but like at the end, Crypto comes back. Like, give me that moment. Like, that's all I want.
So Toxic Avenger with Peter Dinklage gets a release date. I'm looking forward. I've been interested in that. I've seen some reviews on that are pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. I'll watch anything with Peter Dinklage in it.
Yeah, great actor. So DVH is clearly
really
pumped
great
for
in Game
that.
of Thrones and the Station Agent, and then everything
Did
else he's
anybody-
done since his Game of Thrones fame has been meh.
Big fan of his appearance on Elf.
Yeah, right.
That was before. That was pre got. But
Is anybody reading Bug Wars?
Bug Wars.
It's on my pull list, but I haven't picked up my books yet. But I'm definitely on that one. It
What
looks
is it?
cool.
It's on some it's on some list for picks.
It's like,
but I'm like,
it's like Ants meets Honey, I Shrunk the Kids type stuff. But
Aren't ants already small enough?
It's like when
humans are down
the
there.
kids get shrunk, there are anthropomorphic ants that they have wars with.
Yeah. So the cover for that one is what sold me on that one. So I have not read that one, Sicko, but it is in my pull box, and I'm looking forward to reading it. We've got my homie Casey from my local comic shop in the house. What up, Casey? Thanks for coming through. I appreciate you. And that's a lovely picture there. I've never seen you with long hair like that. What's up? We also got I mean, I didn't mean it like that. She's a married woman. I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry.
He's like, it's not like that.
Not like that. Not like that at all. I'm a married man. She's a married woman. Not like that at all. Now, talk about the Thirst Trap Nightwing cover from a week ago or two by Babs. Yes. I love
Is that the one
Cliff
you just held up, Cliff?
That is. Well, actually, there's two thirst traps. So yeah.
And Nightwing is just a thirst trap.
He is, dude. Hell yeah, he is.
That's the one thing I hated about
one
them.
who told me that I needed more gratuitous in my life. I need more gratuitous male pinups in my life.
That's the thing that really made me upset about how they did Tim Drake, making him the bisexual when Nightwing's been a gay icon forever. What a missed opportunity.
That's why they did it that way. They're keeping him thirsty.
Yeah, but the thing is, Nightwing has always been a gay icon, and at the same time, always been unable to make a relationship work with a woman forever. It's like,
because Bruce is his dad.
Barbara Gordon,
because he likes dick.
Quite well, and
you are what you eat.
And by the way, Tim has been in more hetero sketchy situations than anybody. Him being bisexual is not the surprise. Not the surprise.
I don't care about that. I just think it's the reason they did it with Tim was because it's a bit of a what do they call it, white knight type of situation, a virtue signal.
Virtue signaling.
I think it's a virtue signal because they didn't have any idea what to do with that character.
They had no balls and wanted to pretend like they were doing something nice.
And since it's happened, what's happened with Tim?
They wrote him off. They
wrote him off because he was a write-offable character, because they didn't have anything for him to do. If they would have made Nightwing gay, then they would have at least they would have had a gay. I don't know, dude. Because look,
no,
I don't know about the
they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Just write a book and have him in it. When people utilize Tim Drake properly, like I hated Batman Catwoman War, whatever the fuck that shit was, right? But Tim was written like Tim. That motherfucker knew how to write Tim like Tim, and that was
Yeah,
it.
like two
And that's
scenes
what you
in there.
You know?
Yeah, but I think honestly though, but if you're going to try to make a point,
always on.
I think if you're going to try to make a point with making a character, exploring a character's sexuality in that way, right? If you're going to try to make a representation kind of point, put it on a character that fucking matters, right?
Alan Scott, perfectly done. Gave him a book, absolute amazing book, and he still front runs, and he's everywhere. Alan,
Like
that's character.
I'm a huge X-Men fan, right? So
in the meantime, everyone in every JSA group I belong to on Facebook, they're rolling over in their freaking living graves over Alan Scott.
Well, because everybody who reads the JSA is 180 fucking years old, and
exactly. Except for me and Mark. Except for me
and Sector and Brother John's comics. Like, dude,
Nah,
there's a lot. I got a lot of people that hang out on my channel.
There's probably a more
Oh, poor Sector taking shots. Come on, man.
I love Paul. I hope Paul knows I love him.
Thank you to
See, I just
Christina
look at it
sharing
as an
that
X-Men
ship
fan.
project again.
There you go, ship project.
Yeah.
As an X-Men fan, North Star is a great character. Never.
That they don't utilize properly, that they gave a human boyfriend to, so he can't go out and have fun on adventures. I'm having none of that shit.
They utilized both of them very well throughout the Krakoa era. You just got to read the right books that nobody's fucking reading. It's not.
Don't tell me I didn't read the Krakoa era. I'm surrounded by the Krakoa era.
I'm just saying there's great stuff there. But when you look at Iceman, they completely changed Iceman's fucking character in the Iceman book. He's unreadable because everything is him stressing out about his boyfriend.
This Iceman?
Astonishing Iceman was good. The Iceman series before that.
No, that shit was still good because we were dealing with a man
in
his old age.
It was not.
Yes.
You know what Iceman didn't do in the Iceman series? He didn't quit. He didn't fight villains. He didn't quit. He didn't fight villains.
Y'all should keep talking at the same time. That way we can acutely listen to you.
Keep talking over each other. It makes the conversation better.
After him because he realized he's an omega level mutant. What are we talking about?
When did that happen? After issue 3? Because I dropped that boring ass shit.
Right after issue 3.
Cinegrace could not write a book to save whoever they are's life.
Dacken's like stealing his students, and they had a fight right at the freaking mansion. That shit was great.
Drew is unamused.
Iceman was ruined.
Iceman was
ruined. Iceman.
No, he was not
ruined.
We need a mediator. Hold on, Cliff. Let him tell you why he was ruined. Then you can tell him he's wrong. But let him say it first.
Yes. Well, okay. Cool. No quips. No jokes. No fun-loving Bobby. They completely changed his character. He was preoccupied with things that don't matter when it comes to fighting villains. And there were no villains to fight in the first 3 issues of his series. They put him in Marauders and they gave him a little fucking something to do. But like the only thing that since they brought Iceman out of the closet, they did anything with him with, and it might have even been before that when he was like old man Iceman, like from the future, where he's just like got the long Gandalf beard and he's doing like making ice fucking drones and shit. Really awesome. But beyond
Cliff,
that, like, Iceman has become a character.
Cliff.
Iceman is one of 5 of the original X-Men. The only one that is not a viable character right now. Like they're like, oh, he's gonna.
I'm sorry,
show up
maybe you're confusing him with Beast.
What have you arranged?
With Beast?
Yeah.
Hold on, Drew. Let him go.
You know.
Go ahead, Cliff.
Okay, so Iceman. All right, X-Men. Freaking Blue. What happens there? He freaking falls in love as a teenager. You know, he has all these beautiful moments with what?
Teenage fell in love with a teenager?
He falls,
as a teenager, not with
as a teenager. Okay.
As a teenager. So he falls in love with Romeo. And we actually experience young Bobby really going through the whole I'm proud, this is it. You know, and older Bobby, like really having to like focus on this younger version of himself who's so much sure of who he is than he is, you know?
Yeah, and that's not Iceman. that ruined the real Bobby Drake. The real Bobby Drake
But you see,
lives
this
in the
is
here and
what-
now.
This is what happens to me
She's
constantly
just
whenever I have to
22
talk
years
to
old.
people about real gay lives. Real gay people
They
have
say-
issues with coming out late in life. Bobby is totally fucked up by coming out late in life, because then the piece de resistance at the end of this shit is adult Gene says, bitch, let me take all your memories and put them in a little fucking package in the back of your mind and send you fuckers home. And then when you go home, those little packets are going to open up in the back of our mind and restore our memories as soon as we leave. That's some shit. That's some, let's fuck, we need to go to a group fucking therapy every day for the next 6 months. Shit. You know, he's got to like remember like falling in love and everything.
But
the
thing
if
that
you
you're
had
missing, Cliff,
just given the freaking Iceman series more time, like I did, because we could go find a video of me on Read Watch Play talking shit about the first 3 issues, and it's issue 4 where I start to change, because his whole confrontation with
you can't
Captain.
execute in 3 issues, you don't deserve to have a series.
I realize that, but do you know that Cena Grace wanted to write Wolverine, and they said no, bitch.
God, no. God, if Cena Grace writes Wolverine, I'm done. I'm done. What a fucking hack.
Well, he wanted to write Wolverine. They said, no, you're queer. You're going to write Iceman. They straight up.
You can make Wolverine queer. Just be a good writer. Like
the thing is, I think Cena Grace is a good writer, but when you're thrown something and you're told, no, you can't have the thing you want, you're just gonna get this.
But here's the thing, Cliff.
Because you're queer, go handle the gay character.
Let's
take
the gay thing out of it, right? Let's divorce the whole idea.
If you
of
really
that out of it,
think that I have to divorce,
What up, Flicks and Comics?
We're going the wrong
wait.
Oh
Just
man.
From my point of view, right? They all had trauma during that era, right? It wasn't just Iceman coming out that was traumatic for them, right? They all had trauma in that era. Why is Iceman the only character that's not fucking fun anymore?
Because no one is letting him be. And by the way,
they're focusing on the wrong fucking
Iceman
thing.
and his amazing friends, okay? Because that shit is great. You know, that shit is great.
The hell out of it.
The freaking giant ice creature that Sinister made attacking the streets, and Spider-Man and Firestar are like, what is this, Bobby? He's like, I don't know her, you know? And like, so yeah, there's jokes. Of course, now the jokes are a little more gay, but they go to it. And then when it comes to the rescue, he announces Iceman and his amazing friends. And Spider-Man's like, what did you just do? What did you just do? There's great jokes in there.
That's one issue that I didn't read that maybe I should.
No, dude, because it's from volume 2. Because it took a long time for people to dig into volume 1, for it to find a footing, and then they gave him volume 2. At the end of volume 2, his last conversation is with Kitty. And he says to Kitty,
throw a couple jokes and a villain in the first issue, for fuck's sake. Like, throw a couple villains in the fucking second issue, for fuck's sake. Like, it just was unreadable melodrama. And when I'm an X-Men reader, I live
which, by the way,
for the
it's
melodrama.
really funny to say, oh my God, unreadable melodrama, when so much X-Men has been melodrama.
Yes. Cinegrace's
That's why so many people
worst unreadable melodrama out of all of them.
Drew, I completely understand and respect your point, but I have to tell you, from all of the queer and valid perspective that I have,
you are now wait, hold on a second. Cliff's going to speak for all the queers.
Let him finish. Go ahead, Cliff.
Make it count.
Okay, for fuck's sake, I'm not speaking for all the queers.
Make it count.
I am speaking from my queer experience and my personal conversations with Cena Grace. All right? You are thrown this title. Bobby is still a new gay man, and you really need to muddle through it so that people are reading these characters and experiencing Bobby's transition in real time. And the whole first Cena Grace arc is Bobby's transition in real time. When Black Widow dies during that Hydra Cap event, he goes to California to reunite with the champions because they want to mourn her death, right? And Bobby thinks back to how he first met her and how all he did was hit on her and make sexual jokes. And then he says, and he goes, and that's because I was some version of a man that my father, I was trying to be some version of a man that my father thought I should be, right? So that's just him reflecting on the relationship. And then he goes on about how much he respected Natasha, you know, and how he's like, I can't believe that I used to talk to her that way. I thought that shit was brilliant, and he still teamed up with the champions, and they had a good time, and it made for a good 2
Is there a
issues.
way that either one of you can explain to me Bobby's timeline, like how he went from being one of the first X-Men to being a 16-year-old a couple years ago, or was
So
it a
what happened
flashback?
was Beast, our Beast, right? Before he became a delusional maniac again.
He's been a delusional
He's like,
maniac for 20 years.
I know, but this is like
keep it pushing here. I just want the lore real quick.
So
Cyclops
anyhow,
is a dick.
Beast,
That's really all there is to it.
Beast is like, yo, you X-Men are out of control. So he pulls the past X-Men to the present to like teach them a fucking lesson, right? Anyhow, it's chaotic.
He breaks the time stream and can't send him back.
Got it.
Right.
Okay.
Well, he doesn't entirely break the time stream, but he doesn't know what they're supposed to do. But all they know is if they fuck around too hard, they find out. So in Children of the Atom, they had a battle, and Cyclops young Cyclops got blasted and knocked out, like dead knocked out. And they're like, oh shit. And when he knocked out, adult Cyclops phased out of reality. And they're like, oh shit. And they're like, save the kid, save the kid.
They Back to the Future his ass.
It's Brian Michael Bendis, so it's great and at the same time awful. And but the thing is, I absolutely love that era of X-Men for a number of different reasons. Watching, but like my favorite part of that is, and this is just like right before the Bobby coming out thing, is that the best interactions in all of the teenage X-Men existing in the present time, all of the best interactions are Bobby and Bob. Every single one of their lines to each other is absolute fucking gold. It's just he had a way of writing Bobby that made him fun and flighty, and at the same time was a complete badass as an Omega level mutant. And then all of a sudden, every time Bobby showed up in something, he was just like crying about being gay. And it's like, I don't care. He could come out wearing a fucking Speedo and Angel's wings, fucking gobbling a fucking whole bag of dicks. It doesn't matter to me. I don't have any judgment on that.
I do feel like that would matter. I feel like that could be more.
But as long as he's like fucking has a fucking funny line about it and then freezes.
And I'm telling you to go back and finish it. Do you want me to mail you copies? I have extra copies of the trade. Just
I have
for
the first 3 issues, and I'll never read them again.
I'll send you the whole thing. The whole thing. I'll send you a link. I don't even send it to me. I'll send you a link. Read the shit, write a line, read it up, and then talk to me afterwards. If you still hate it, fine, but give it a chance. I pushed through, and I hated the first 3 issues.
How many issues are there in the entire run?
Like 24 or less.
That's
maybe.
a lot of issues, but I can tell
that
you
is
this
not
one.
a lot of issues. We are not talking about George Perez's Wonder Woman or Larry Hama's G.I. Joe. All right, we're not talking about freaking reading diatribes page after page. Is this war? Is this how I'm going to die? Where is my daughter? We're not going through all that. You know, we're not doing all that.
I need to make
All right,
Fired
I will
Up Cliff
commit.
main screen.
I will commit to reading the entire Sin of Grace run of Iceman, and we will discuss it on a separate show.
Yes. Do you want me to read some horrible shit in the process? Is there something you want me to choke down 20 issues of?
Whoa.
Tom Taylor's Titans.
I've never read it, so I can't.
I already
was
suffered Tom
mistaken.
Taylor's
I was
Titans.
Yeah, but if you're gonna make Drew suffer, we have to know you're suffering.
I was mistaken. Yeah, if you could read all of Jonathan Hickman's Fantastic Four run, starts like a million
I have
years
read
ago
his-
and runs-
I have
runs
read
all
his
the way
whole-
through Secret Wars, and then the shit he's done afterwards, the X-Men. That's all included. No, I just like. I'm not gonna make you read anything. For me, one of my favorite characters of all time is Iceman, and I just have not enjoyed what creators have done with him
Because they sucked.
since they changed his character. And
But they sucked. They could have.
here's the
Anyone
thing.
can handle it. Anyone can handle it. You
Yeah,
know?
I don't.
Cliff,
Yeah, but I
Cliff,
think that the
just for
problem is that
comparison,
it's,
because I know you've read both, Cliff. Like, you know, I'm a huge defender of Alan Scott Green Lantern because he's handled well. The character's handled with grace. That's a character that you know in the New 52 he was just introduced as a gay character, and they never kind of went back on that. And he's still the same Alan Scott he's been my entire life. The only difference is they had him come out of the closet. Did they do the same thing with Bobby, or did they completely reinvent Bobby?
they had Gene out him.
Yeah.
In
No,
one
I'm
of
not
the
the question. I'm saying like a character that was
horrible ways.
handled with respect and handled like properly the way that, in my opinion, they did it, where he's still 100% the same recognizable character in every way. Did they do that to Bobby, or did they, like Drew said, just change this motherfucker up where he's There's an Iceman before and an Iceman after the coming out kind of thing.
Yeah, I know. Ultimately, Cena, and that's the one I'm defending. Cena's take on Iceman ultimately becomes a happy-go-lucky, but still very much I'm an adult queer man finding myself. Like all of that shit is all there at the same time. Also, the Iceman miniseries that's only available on freaking Marvel Unlimited. That's written and drawn by Luciano Vecchio. That one's also very good. And we have all sorts of shit going on with Iceman. And this, you yourself said you kind of enjoyed this.
I did enjoy that, but I enjoyed the majority of that Fall of X stuff, and I think that was a very well put together little mini that.
And that was written by a bisexual man in a gay relationship.
That's what we're trying to get to the bottom of.
We're trying to figure it out, Jeff.
I don't give a shit about people.
No, but I do. I gotta tell you why I give a shit, because you need someone talented who can deliver authenticity, and it can be a straight
Tim Sheridan.
Like Tim Sheridan. All right, he's not a straight person, I'm just saying, but there's somebody who can bring it with authenticity and love for the character. So you need that combination. And in Cena Grace's defense, it took him a hot minute to get there. So, and I would
never, without this conversation, I would never think to revisit Cena Grace on anything.
And if I hadn't pushed through all those years
because of Iceman. But I will say, respectively, with what Brian Bendis did at the end of his run, right? When he outed Iceman the way he did, and when they pretty much he just kind of threw it out there and was like, I'm gonna do this thing. And I don't know if it was editorial or if it's his idea or where that came from. There was really no follow-up to that.
It had been coming around since Louise Simonson on X Factor, if not before that. Multiple times they threw Iceman is gay at the wall, and every time, particularly Jim motherfucking Shooter, knocked it right down off the wall. And
what a great idea! Knock that idea right off the wall. I don't care. Jim Shooter.
No, I know he didn't cut it, but he knocked every gay idea off the wall. Every gay idea off the wall, and then has freaking Bruce Banner or David Banner, whatever the fuck Hulk's name is, have him nearly raped in another freaking Hulk storyline. So don't think I don't got beef for Jim Shooter.
I mean, that's a gay name. Didn't they say that? Wasn't that the reason they changed it to David
Bill
in the TV?
Bixby was David.
Look. Let me give some flowers to Cena Grace here. At least they gave the topic of his sexuality a place in the story. They gave it some sort of reverence when they talked about it, right? I think that it's important that if you're going to be like, well, this character is gay now, that they have somebody address that. I think that my issue was in addressing that, Bobby stopped being the Bobby he had been all along. And I think that Bobby being closeted is not something that I understand, because I'm an openly gay man.
Austin's run. Closeted Bobby is in Chuck Austin's run. When him and North Star in the cafeteria, he's like talking to North Star. Why do you always talk to me this way? Why do you always look at me like that? When North Star is murdered by Hydra-controlled Wolverine, who is asked to give the eulogy at North Star's funeral and is wildly uncomfortable by it? Bobby. The seeds were always there and planted. Marvel never gave the okay until Bendis's run. It's been there forever. I pray to God that Louise Simonson is at maximum health for 2025 so we can talk to her about it.
I don't even think it's look, I don't even think it's a bad idea, because I think that Bobby, as the jokester that he is definitely covering up for some sort of insecurity at every fucking turn. And there's something to be said about that, and there's something to explore there. But he shouldn't, I feel like with that Cena Grace run, at least for the issues I read, he ceased being the character that I had read my entire life and started being somebody different.
He's totally shook. Okay, the man had a lot to process in a very short period of time.
Yeah, but that feels like a good way of rationalizing it. But it's really in the writing, isn't it? I mean, that's a good way of looking at something after the fact and rationalizing it to make sense. But is it just a writing issue? Maybe
it is a writing issue for sure. It was a lack of understanding.
I did not enjoy those early issues. Yeah, like I said, I know he had to find his footing. I'm telling you, go back and wrap it all up.
I'm just saying there is no humor in those first couple of issues, and Bobby as a character in those uncomfortable situations, being shook, would have doubled down on his humor. He would have doubled down on the jokes. He would have, and people would have been like, Bobby, like, you're taking it to a whole new level. What's wrong, right? That's how that should have panned out. And instead, he was just like in his feels for 3 issues, and I'm just like, I don't give a shit.
Did I use the R word?
I don't think he did, but maybe
I
I
don't
missed
think
it.
so.
I think you did, but it's we're far enough into a live stream where nobody's going to see it.
Yeah. Well, we're almost at 2 hours. I have enjoyed this spirited conversation. We've got to get to round 2 after Drew does his reading. I'd be interested to see where that goes. If we have any
I
change.
bet he gets more passionate about how bad it is.
Yeah, that's my guess. That's why I want to see it.
I'll give it a fair shake. Like, Kevin,
before we
how
talk
about you just
Drew
skip it
and
and read
I
the
are going to
6th
whole
issue.
repeat.
Just skip it and read the 6th issue Alan Scott Green Lantern from the end of last year.
Okay.
Or the beginning of last year.
that.
In all fairness, I don't read any Green Lantern, so
You don't
it might
what?
be a stretch for me. I don't read Green Lantern.
Kevin, before we're at 2 hours, Kevin, before we get to the shout outs, did you want to add anything? Did you have anything you want to say? Any subjects you wanted to cross here? Are you excited about Toxic Avenger? What you got going on, man?
Yeah, Toxic Avenger looks good. But I'm really excited for the new Superman movie. I don't get to the theater much anymore, and that'll be probably the only thing I go see coming out.
I can't wait to go see it, dude. I'm pumped. I'm excited to have comic book movies in the theater again. I have a crew that we could go to all the comic book movies with, and we haven't seen each other since Deadpool. So I'm really excited to get some movies going again, starting with Captain America next month. So I am definitely pumped for that. Shout out to Gore Vidal. Thanks for coming through, my man.
Gore, love you, man.
Everybody loves Gore.
Right now, I'm just trying to save money and get my Heroes Con ticket. And
hell
yeah.
Heroes Con is the place to be. Anything going on your channel? Link is in the chat for Kevin Guy's Random Reads 1 on the YouTubes.
Me and Ian have a new book club show Saturday afternoon at 4:00 Eastern. We're doing Dungeon Crawler Carl is our current read. We're about halfway through the book, and it's excellent book. Highly recommend it. A lot of fun, easy read.
And that's on Saturdays, you say?
And Saturdays at 4. And then Monday nights at 8 o'clock, I have trivia, comic book trivia, and stuff like that. We'll hang out.
Trivia, you say?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Mark's wheelhouse right there. Hell yeah.
Come on by and see how many Marvel questions you can answer.
Oh, you joke around. I'll still pull it off as long as it isn't Marvel from the last 10 years. As long as you're talking about decent Marvel, I got you. I can participate.
Marvel is comics, bud.
Link for Kevin is in the chat, guys. Random Reads 1. Get a sub in. Check my homie out. Thank you so much for Kevin for jumping on. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I wouldn't have missed it for the world. Anytime Drew and Cliff are on a panel together, I'm going to get involved.
I love the passion.
15 issues in total, Drew.
How many?
15 issues in
Oh,
total.
that's much better than 24.
Yeah,
Thank
you are gonna blow through it. And I sent you the link for Cena Grace Volume 1, Cena Grace Volume 2, and the Xfinity Iceman by Luciano Vecchio. Read them all, and then let's book club it.
You said, what kind of link did you send?
I sent them all on your Instagram. They're all links for alternative free methods of
fantastic. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was
alternative.
looking for.
Support comics, guys. Buy comics, Drew.
Well,
Link is in the chat
let me tell you. If Drew genuinely loves them when it's over, if he genuinely turns the tide,
I'll buy them if I like them.
Thank you. Thank you.
There we go.
Like I got a couple shorts out right now on my channel. If you want to check those out, did one on Magic issue number 1. Did one on the what if Gambit was transformed by Galactus. That was pretty fun as well. And I got a few more that'll be coming out this week. I don't do long form videos because I'm lazy. So don't look for those. If they show up, hey man, I might do a long form video on Iceman soon.
I'm there for it, dude.
We'll see how that goes.
I want a long form video of you and Cliff yelling at each other about Iceman.
at the same time, just talking over each other the whole time.
Yeah, so we can't hear anything. Thank you so much for coming.
Hey, I didn't mean to do that. I want to hear Cliff out, but I also love the sound of my own voice. So what are we gonna do there? But I had fun tonight. Check out my channel on the road to 700 subscribers. Got a few more today, so we're sitting at
get over there, guys.
7 or something.
Where did Bobby come from?
He snuck in here.
He came in the back door.
Station. Usually I'm guarding the back door. Usually I'm
Jesus.
Cliff.
Hey, and find me on Marvel Rivals. All right, everybody who is not playing Marvel Rivals, download that game.
Find me on Marvel Snap. Now that
doing with my time.
Is it just a cell phone game?
No, it's
not you, Mark. Everybody else, buddy.
Oh, okay, I heard they download. maybe I should.
Well, it's because it's free to play.
Not you, Mark. Other people who are gamers.
You don't
Legion of Comics link is in the chat. Mark, what's going on with you? Anything you want to plug?
Just remember, every Tuesday at 2 p.m. is the new DC Day stream for people like Drew to get caught up on what's going on in the other universe where quality is happening.
I'm reading action. I'm reading Superman. I'm reading Batman. I'm reading Detective. I'm reading Batman and Robin.
You pick up Aquaman number 1?
No, I don't give a shit about Fish.
That might be true, but the creative team on it is one that cannot be ignored. I highly recommend
preview of issue
it out.
1 looks fun, but
just see if it's your vibe, man. It really ties into the greater DCU stuff right now. The continuity is tight across the board. Every book's really servicing that as well, like especially the stuff that isn't Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. Like everything else feels like a connected event almost. It's
all in,
amazing.
Yeah.
It's so well put together. But Sunday nights 8:30 live, and doing the giant Aquaman mega giveaway this month included the first appearance of Ocean Master, some original sketch covers, first appearance of the blue suit in the 1986 miniseries, and a lot of other fun stuff.
Yep, Craig Hamilton.
Very cool. Check my man Mark out. Always appreciate you when you have time to come through, Mark. I know you're a busy man.
Snow day tomorrow.
Very much.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Snow in Georgia.
I'm snowed in. We got an inch. I won't be able to get my new comics tomorrow.
Dude, guys, I'm gonna be reading them tomorrow.
You guys are killing an inch of snow. Come on.
Dude, we can lose our lives going outside in weather like that.
Cliff,
just knowing enough for Iceman.
In the meantime, I'm up here in freaking upstate New York like this shit. You know?
Cliff on Comics on YouTube. Thank you so much for coming through, Cliff. I appreciate the passion. I love the passion. I'm here for it. Anything you want to promote on your channel, brother?
Cliff on Comics. This Saturday morning, I've got Cole from Masters of Comic Books joining me. And then February 1st, it's Ian and Becca on Comics and Coffee. So I'm looking forward to that.
Ooh, -5. Woo. And are we still on Saturday mornings or is that over now?
Alternates. I'm alternating with Brian. So when Brian doesn't have a Sunday, I have a Sunday and vice versa.
How much does he pay you to take it off?
How much? What's your fee?
No, I'm just curious.
Because I know there's something I want. Mark, there's something I want you to plug for me. I want Brian.
I might pay the fee to actually have a show with Cliff because I'm not allowed on that show. But if I didn't know that people could just buy you off and keep you off air though.
His wife had a change of schedule, and I'm just being nice and accommodating because I'm capable of that.
And you're a great guy, Cliff, and we love you. And I appreciate you.
Brian owes Cliff money is what I'm hearing.
Thank you so much, Cliff. And I do want the round 2. Say that again. I'm sorry I cut you off.
I need people who actually drink to come on Comics and Cocktails. I just had Brother John on. It was fabulous. What were we drinking? Soda and water. I don't know. And then
that's because John's a real one, my man.
Yeah, but so anyhow, I'm just saying every time I have somebody on not every time, but most times I have someone on for Comics and Cocktails, it's no drink. The best drinker, John's Comics with Kids, like a champion.
So if you have a debilitating alcoholism, reach out to Cliff on Instagram. He wants you on his show.
And you should also enjoy comics.
You should hit Pocan Joe. He drinks me under a table every time.
No, I'm afraid. I'm a little bit afraid to have him. He might drink the whole show under. You know.
I'm looking forward to getting drink under a table here in March real soon again.
What are you doing in March?
WonderCon.
Planet Comic Con, baby. Come on. Come see us in Kansas City, guys. We always have a good time.
Yep.
Thank you so much for jumping on, Cliff. I appreciate you so much. Bobito jumping in here at the end. The comic book community, let me say this correctly. The comic book community Kansas City liaison. If you come see us for Planet Comic Con, Bobby's going to take care of you. He's going to make sure that you know that we love you, and he's going to make sure that you have a good time. He does that for us, and we appreciate him so much. Bobby, man, what's going on with you? Any thoughts you want to share with us before we get out of here?
Just want to pop in, say I love you guys. You know that, man. Yeah, and you know what I'm looking forward to, man. It's Sunday, you know what I mean. We riding the Chiefs sports ball. Yeah, we got one more step to go. Hopefully we can make it all the way. Yeah, man. My dad, he's 90 years old, and he's hoping he's gonna make it to this now. You know, I told him you got to stick around one more Super Bowl, pops. Yeah. So. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to, and hooking up with you guys, man. The KC crew, you know what I'm saying? We got to get together. I think Chris the Comic Vet might be in town for that game, for that Buffalo game. Maybe we can hook up. Yeah.
We're still waiting to find out if he's going to be able to come through, but yeah, we'll definitely get down if he does come through. And also, Bobby, JP's Budget Collecting was talking about maybe coming in on Saturday, and we were going to head and do some comic shops. So if he does that, man, I'll hit you up and see if you're around as well. But link for Bobby De La Ghetto's Instagram is in the chat, guys. Plug into my man. Love me some Bobby. And we got some Pat Boone. I have no idea who that is.
Pat Boone.
Some Pat Boone, yeah, DC Comics. Some Pat Boone. I found this today at a thrift store. Yeah. And yeah.
What you know about that, Mark? Huh? What you know about that?
Pat Boone, man. Pat Mahomes to Pat Boone right there all the way. KC, baby.
Pat Mahomes, 3P. 3P. Holla Chiefs, nada más.
We're going to change the whole world. We're going to shake the world, man. Boom.
Buying that Jaden Daniels train.
Yep.
Can't wait for Planet, man. Can't wait for you to come through. We definitely need to get down, and I'm ready to drink my face off, so I'm ready to get drunk as hell and at the wherever we go. If we go to the P&L or whatever we do, man, I'm excited to see everybody. It's always a good time. And if you're looking for a con, guys, Planet Comic Con here in March is coming up quick. Come see us. We'll have a good time. We always have a good time. But this has been a great show, man. We ran for 2 hours, guys. It's been a while since we ran for 2 hours. Thank you to Cliff and Drew for keeping it hot and passionate. I appreciate y'all.
How me and Cliff keep it.
Thank you to everybody that jumped on the panel. I'm
looking at those first 3 issues, and the art is so freaking hideous. I hate the art on the first 3 issues so much.
The writing's not any better.
I think Cliff should reread it.
Signed myself up for 5 times more than I did enjoy before.
But dude, as soon as we get to issue 4 with Dakin on the cover, immediately everything starts to get better.
Drew looks unconvinced. Shout out to everybody that jumped on the panel. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you to everybody in the chat that kept it lit. I appreciate y'all so much. The show is nothing without you guys showing up every Tuesday. Thank you so very much. And thank you to everybody that catches it on the replay. I see the numbers, and I know y'all come through, so I appreciate that. But that's all I got this week. Until next week, peace.